Hello guys and welcome to a new video. Today I will answer your questions in a Q&A. Alright, so it's been almost 2.5 to 3 years since I have done my last Q&A, so I thought it would be the greatest time to answer some more of your questions. I got a few and I will gladly answer them in this video. So let's get straight into the video. So the first question is, which Disney movie would you like to see a live action remake of? And I have to say that's a pretty difficult question already because, well, we've gotten a lot of live action remakes over the last couple of years. So I had to think about movies that haven't gotten an announced live action remake. Like, I really want to see a live action Moana for some reason, but that one's already announced. That one's coming. And Tangled, I also really want to see, but that one's also announced. So I had to dig deep inside of the barriers of Disney to find some movies that I actually really want to see a live action remake of. And I think the answer that comes to me the most has to be the Atlantis franchise. I really want a live action version of Atlantis. I think you can do a lot with it. And if Atlantis isn't possible, maybe Treasure Planet. I think there's some potential for that one as well. But I think the biggest thing that comes to my mind right now, and it's not going to, it doesn't have to be a completely live action made movie because that would be horrific as fuck, but you can make it something like Hop or Sonic the Hedgehog, and that's Mickey Mouse. Make some kind of live action animated hybrid movie with the characters from Mickey Mouse, with Goofy, Donald Duck, Daffy, not Daffy Duck, what the fuck am I saying? Minnie Mouse, anyone from that world. Fuck it, throw everyone from Alvin and the Chipmunks in there, or not Alvin, what the fuck am I saying? The Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie that came out 3 years ago. Throw everyone in there, make it a huge version of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but then completely Disneyfied, but also throw in Mickey Mouse, because Disney isn't doing a lot with Mickey Mouse. I think that would be a pretty nice and pretty interesting movie, and I think they could make a lot of money with that. Like something as they did with Once Upon a Studio, that little short film to celebrate 100 years of Disney animation. Take that and put it in a big-ass movie. I think that could work pretty well if they handle the story correctly. Characters are there, you can just do it. I mean, they have a wax figure of Walt Disney, like they have a robotic version of Walt Disney right now. If you haven't seen it, it's that thing. To stay in line with the movie remakes I want to see is another for a biopic. What kind of a biopic do you want to see, or who do you want to see a biopic of? And the most obvious answer, he did already have it announced that it should come out this year, but I always wanted Michael Jackson to have one because the career that man had was absolutely insane. Everything going on behind the scenes, of course, and the drama stuff around him and the allegations, of course, address those as well. But I mainly want to see the life and legacy of Michael Jackson. And I'm very curious about that movie, or movies, if they do decide to split it up into two parts. If that movie ever comes out. I think it was for October, November, somewhere around there. But of course, he had it already announced, so I kind of think that one doesn't count. But I am not that kind of big on musicians. I have also not seen all of the biopics ever made. Maybe an accurate representation of P.T. Barnum in The Greatest Showman. Like, The Greatest Showman, the movie, phenomenal movie, by the way. If you haven't seen it, watch that one. That's a very dreamified version of the actual events. P.T. Barnum in real life was kind of an asshole, and he really wasn't the nicest guy. Maybe an accurate version of that, not to break down or not to break apart what The Greatest Showman did, but to show you what actually happened. I think that could be interesting. Or just make more biopics set in World War II, because I want to see more stories of the heroes that served our beautiful world and made sure that we can live the life that we can now live today. I want to see more stories of that. The third question is going into gaming category. What do you think of the FNAF franchise, and what is your favorite FNAF video game? And I have to be completely honest here. I have nothing with Five Nights at Freddy's. I do not think those games are interesting. I've tried playing them. I even tried playing them in virtual reality, and they just do not stick with me. I don't like sitting in a room, watching some cameras, closing some doors, that's just nothing for me. And because I am not overly big on the lore of the FNAF movies, or of the FNAF games I meant, with everything behind the scenes and how everything, the lore came to be, I don't know everything about it, so I don't really feel like I am the right person to also start playing these adventures game that they now make. I have played one on the PlayStation, or I've seen my housemate play it mostly while I was watching, and whenever someone died we would switch up, and that was FNAF Security Breach, and I do think that game was fine, but I heard not a lot of people were a fan of that. Also have never finished that game, so I actually never finished a real FNAF game. What's my favorite FNAF game? I have no idea. Probably Security Breach, because that's the one I played for the longest. And yeah, your favorite FNAF game is FNAF World. I didn't even know that one existed, but I will check it out. And maybe my favorite FNAF thing is the movie. I am very much looking forward to the second movie. I have no idea why, but it looks awesome, and I kind of liked the first one as well, so there's that. Izzy Wizzy wants to know what I do outside of YouTube, and I have a few jobs and a few hobbies actually. Of course, there's the obvious that I watch a freaking ton of movies, and some other hobbies I have. I do like to take walks. I do like to sport very much. Before my surgery, I went to the gym around 4 to 5 times a week. Now with the surgery I had, and the one that still has to come up whenever I come back from America, that's made sure that I now really can't go to the movie or to the gym, which is sad because I really want to work out. I want to work on my body, and I want to work on being bigger again, but then on the muscular side of things, not on the where I came from. So yeah, I go to the gym regularly, or went there regularly. I like to go out with friends, and I like to act. I'm an actor. I did professional acting for a while, like being paid for it and stuff, as some kind of side job I had, but I skipped that because in Belgium they make you pay a lot of taxes, and I was almost paying more taxes than things that I earned with it, so that wasn't really worth it. So I stopped that, and now I'm just a hobby actor again. I try to act in some student movies whenever I get cast in them. I do a lot of auditions for professional gigs, but I almost kind of had one, but I had to skip that because of the surgery again, so yeah. I try to act, so I still try to become a professional actor in movies and TV series. That's something that I will forever keep doing, and yes, it will be difficult to review movies if I ever succeed in that, but well, I don't see that going well for a while, so here we are with the movie reviews. But yeah, I think the biggest thing I am doing right now is just acting. I love to act. I'm not doing a lot with it, but that's my main hobby right now. I do the gym more, but my heart and passion goes out to acting. And I also do table tennis and swimming. I also like to swim. I have a lot of hobbies. Another question I got is, what's your favorite time period for a movie to be set in? And that one was really interesting. And I keep thinking, and I keep going back in my mind when I was thinking about this question to the Middle Ages and to everything surrounding the age of King Arthur and stuff like that. I loved that time period. But my main interest in movies, and movies that I always genuinely watch the most, are movies that set in the war periods. Take World War I or World War II. I love learning more about World War II. So I guess my favorite time period for a movie to be set in is around 1935, 1936 to 1952, maybe, to see the aftermath of the war as well. Everything around the Second World War, you can't go wrong with that for me. I will always love those movies. So yeah, I think a great war film is my favorite time period, and just anything with a war or anything with a conflict that happens in real life, I will probably automatically love those movies. I still haven't watched a lot of them back, by the way. It's maybe something for getting cultured with. Another episode tonight. Another question I received was for my cats, what a kind of a breed that they are and if they have some more information about them. I can't really find them because they're in a very playful mood and I've tried to catch them but they wouldn't let me. So sorry, no cats today. You'll see them run around a few times probably. But the cats, I have no idea about the breeds actually. They're tiger kitties. I think that's the right way to say it. They're, in Belgium we call them tijgerkatten. So they have a tiger pattern, so they're tiger kitties. I have no idea what the English way of saying is. I have no idea if that is even the breed, but they are tiger kitties. They are biological sisters. They came from some kind of street cats program where they were saved from dying in the cold on the street. They were saved, brought to the shelter, and we adopted them from the shelter to give them a warm home, and that's what we did. They are called Bella and Jolie. If you see the one with a white face, that's Jolie. If you see the one that's completely tiger kitty, that's Bella. They are now 1 year and 1 month old, so they are still pretty young cats. They're also on the smaller side. I think that those are the smallest cats that are about to reach adulthood that I've seen. Like everyone else I know with cats, I have these huge ass cats and I have very small cats. And they are very cuddly. Like I am going to America in a week, so I am starting to pack my stuff and things like that. And I think they notice that because whenever I watch a movie right now, normally they would just do their thing. And now whenever I put myself on the couch, they immediately both come sit with me and start cuddling, and I can't eat or drink anything for the duration of 2 hours because I'm just holding 2 cats in my hand and it's very cute. So Bella and Jolie, both 1 year old. They're biological sisters and we adopted them both because we could not separate them. Bella is on my name and Jolie is on her name, my housemate. And if she ever decides to move out or I decide to move out, we will both take our respective cats, of course, but we will make sure that the cats will stay together a lot. So whenever she has to go, the cats come to me. Whenever I have to go, the cats go to her. And well, we make sure that the cats see each other regularly, of course. But well, we are planning on not leaving the house anytime soon. We both don't have a boy or a girlfriend. She doesn't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. I don't have a girlfriend. So for now, we're good where we are, and we are planning on sticking together in this house for a long time because it's just very fucking cheap, and well, life is expensive. So yeah, that works with having 2 kitties, and Bella is my official cat, and Jolie is her official cat. We're the biological sisters, and we try to keep them together for as long as possible, and even if they can't be together the entire time, we'll still make sure that they will see each other on a very, very, very regular basis. And that's the plan, and that's my kitties. What made you start your YouTube channel, and why is the focus on movies and games? Well, I have answered the first question quite a lot already, but I don't think I've ever done it in yeah, sorry, I'm always fidgeting, so this is a piece of a vacuum cleaner, and it was just on my table, and now I'm playing with it the entire time. I'll try. Oh, that goes my pen. All right, but the reason I started this YouTube channel is very sad, actually. Not sad because it's sad, but sad because it's a very bad reason, and I don't know what I was thinking. I started when I was 13 years old, so around 12 years ago right now, and well, my first initial reaction was I got bullied when I was a kid. Like my entire childhood, I have been bullied. And I wanted to do something that was for me, that I wanted to do something to lash out, so something to be enthusiastic about, something to be happy with, because I did not have a lot of friends. I had some kind of stricter parents, so I didn't go to my friends a lot. So I had to do something that was completely my own, and I started making gaming videos, and it was really my outlet. But of course, once everyone on school found out that I made videos, I got bullied even harder. So that had a very big effect that I did not see, or well, I should have seen for coming. But that's the main reason. I wanted to do something for me, and I wanted to do something that had a lasting impression. And if it made one person happy in the world, then that was enough for me. And that's something that is still very important to me. Like, I know there are right now around in my 1,400 subscribers. I just know there are 2 or 3 people that watch all of my videos from beginning to end and watch them on a daily basis and look out for a new video whenever I post it. And that's enough for me. And I love doing that. And that is the main reason that I kept doing it for 12 years. Of course, I stopped 1 year ago and I stopped 1 year before that. But I always come back to it because I love it so much. And the reason I went to story-driven games and to movies is because I love movies so much and I wanted to talk about movies way more on this channel than I wanted to do games. So that's when I became a movie channel. After a while, I got a little bummed out by the reviews. That, of course, has been fixed, as you have seen on this channel probably. And I also missed gaming again. And I did not want to have multiple channels because that would be very hard to follow. So I tried to fit in a scheme into one channel that could fit both of those very, very different teams. And that's how I became the YouTuber I am now, with a gaming video in the evening, and in the mid hours of the day, I'll just upload a movie review. And that's how I do what I do now. What horror movie or horror game genuinely scared the crap out of you? I thought that was a pretty fun question. For horror games, I would probably say, of course, the games that I've covered are Fears to Fathom, Episode 1 and 2, both of them. Those scared the living shit out of me. Those were among the scariest games that I've ever played. But there's one game that I have never covered on this channel yet, but I am planning on maybe doing something with it in the future, and that's Alien Isolation. If you don't know what Alien Isolation is, you have to survive the night, or even something else. I have no idea. I haven't played it in a long time. But the aliens, they are there. They try to get you, but the aliens are driven by an AI, not in the universe lore, but they're just driven. In the game, they're driven by an AI that learns from what you do as a player. So if you go back to the same hiding spot for 3 times, the AI will learn about it, and it will make sure that it will get you to go out, make some sounds, then that one goes to the hiding place where you are right now. So when you go back to the hiding place, it can just jump you. I had that happen to me. I closed the game because I was screaming so incredibly hard because I did not expect it, and it was very brutal, and I have never touched the game since. That's the only game I was genuinely maybe too scared of to play, and that's why I maybe want to go back to it. What does a typical recording day and editing day for you look like? Well, the thing is, because of course I do not get a lot of views on these videos, I tend to keep my editing to a minimum. And I know that's not the correct way to go at it. Like, if you don't put a lot of effort into it, you will not get a lot of effort back. I understand it completely, but the thing is, with the time that I have and the output I want to do for the people that do watch my channel, I want to give them as much as possible and still have the quality high. So I do a lot of my editing during the making of the videos. Like, for example, I have my keyboard here, and I can just press number 2 and it will go to my movie reaction or a trailer reaction screen. I can press number 3 and you will just see me have a webcam, and if I play the game that has been connected to it, this one is Spider-Man 2, I can just play that. I can just press 4 and I will go to Crash Bandicoot. I can just press 0, it will go to the Outlast Trials, and can press 1 and it goes back to me. And normally I had one for live streams as well, but of course I don't do those more often. But that's how I immediately edit myself into the videos to make it a little bit more easy. And then of course, if I have to take something out during a game, I know that will be cut out. I just stay silent so I know where the audio peaks aren't going. And other movies and movie reviews I will watch thoroughly. So what does a normal game or editing day for me look like? Over the past month, it was really intense, of course, because I made around 70 videos that are now coming out when I'm in America, because I'm in America right now. 70 videos, something like that, because I also had to cover June while making sure that I got July and August ready. So for the last few months, it was playing a lot of gaming, making a lot of gaming videos, just make gaming videos back to back, record around 4 games a day, which has taken me around 4 hours a day, because I usually make my videos around 1 hour long, the gaming videos, unless they are shorter games. Like a Crash Bandicoot, I tend to make them shorter. Until Dawn, it's just, it depends on the chapter length. But for some games like Doom the Dark Ages, it depends on how long these chapters are. But usually in story-driven games, I tend to keep it at 1 hour max. And for movie reviews, I've also watched a lot of movies, and I go to a movie theater, watch the movie, I watch a movie on Netflix, write a review about it, give a score to it, place it in my Letterboxd ranking that you can see through the entire year, so you can see my scores for movies before my review is online. Actually, if you want to be interested in that, it's my Letterboxd account. And yeah, then I'll just think about what I want to say. I write some stuff down. I record a review and I edit the review, but mostly the thing that works the best for me is unscripted. So I do not script my reviews, so it keeps going naturally, and I'll just talk in one flow, and in the end, when I think have I said everything I wanted to say, yeah, okay, I'll finish up. And if I haven't, I can stay quiet, think about it, talk further, and got that little piece out of it. So it's really not that big of an effort on the editing scale, but it is a big effort that I'm doing on the recording scale, but that's also the most fun part. And if I ever get famous and get a lot of money, I will hire an editor to make my videos even better, but that's never going to happen. But I love it, and that's awesome, and that's the main and most important reason to do it. So with that being said, those were all the questions. Have you some more questions? Please leave them for me in the comments. If you would like to answer some of the questions I answered in the comments as well, please make sure that you do, because I want to learn more about you all as well. And that being said, I want to thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked what you've seen here and you want to see more of this sort of content of me just talking to you guys. Please make sure to give me something in the comments that I know if you want this or not. All right, thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked what you've seen and you want to see more, please consider to subscribe and like this video, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you and bye bye.